Welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live. Today we will talk about New Year's resolutions and last year's disillusions. How to avoid the pitfalls of being disappointed once again. Join us. Silly. Oh, they missed our intro. Like there was no build-up.
Y'all said y'all wanted to that with a beat drop.
That is not what I said. See, Sheree be confusing people.
This is like, I went to a party, Georgia's, years ago, and the DJ
Showtime.
forgot the countdown to New Year's Eve. That's how anticlimactic that just was.
It. Oh.
We want to come in with a bang.
Inglewood's finest shoes.
Hey.
What shoes?
Inglewood.
I don't get it.
I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up.
There you go. You got your
That
band.
kind of sexy.
There you go.
We starting
There
off
you go.
sexy. All right. Keep up, y'all.
Put your
That was
pinky rings up. I need a pinky ring.
I don't have.
You
That's
do.
that's what I'm getting.
You
That's
do
what
need
I'm
a pinky
getting.
ring.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
do
pinky ring,
need
man.
a pinky ring.
Very pimpalicious.
Ah!
need a pinky ring.
Welcome.
Put it up to there.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live. This is our first show of the new year, 2017.
Yes, it is.
Woo, woo, woo.
We made it back.
We made it in one piece. Hello.
Yes.
So let me introduce my amazing panel. To my left, I have one of my favorite people.
Wow.
One of my favorite
Wow.
people.
I like this.
My male me, Mr. Demetrius Jones.
Hello. Good afternoon, America.
So you gotta put a spin on Jones because it's such a common name. You see how I did that? Demetrius Jones.
I like that. That's a
Yeah,
good
gotta put a little
introduction.
flavor on it.
Stand that.
And then, oh my gosh, last but like we say, never, ever, ever, ever least, or she will cut you.
I will not cut anybody.
My militant me. Ms. Courtney Stewart.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
You wouldn't cut anybody?
I'm not.
No,
You're not a cut 'em
we
type
don't believe
person?
it. We don't believe it. We don't believe it.
Violence is not the answer.
Shit.
I learned how to do it.
You from Detroit? Violence has to be the answer sometimes, right?
Sometimes, man. Sometimes violence is the answer.
Could be necessary.
Yeah.
Well,
Could
if
be
it's brought to you,
necessary.
it's different than you.
No,
going.
sometimes you got to take it to somebody too. You know, every now and again that come up. It's like, hey, I got to take it to them, man.
Well, all right. Well, since
Take it to the
you
streets.
taking it to people, take
You
it to
need
this
help
bottle of
today?
champagne.
What?
Yeah, I
You
can't
got-
Why
open
you
it
want me
today.
to open it?
You just put some lotion
I'm
on.
weak from all the veggies I've been eating.
No, you
I
ain't
need
weak. No, you're not. This shit is just on way
Is it
too
really?
tight.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
It's not meant to be. I'm gonna cover my eyeballs.
Pop! Don't
It's
pop
a
it!
pops. I'm scared.
Don't pop it like it's hot!
I'm scared.
Ow!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Well, don't know how that was gonna. I have some tissues.
Well,
We'll
you
wait
know
for some
what?
napkins.
That was, that was a good way to open the show. So let's
Happy
talk
New
about
Year.
Happy New
Oh, you did
Year.
on your hand. You
A
like,
couple
yes.
days later. Oh, look, we can do
There
that in
we
the
go,
middle of
so
the show.
Yes,
hot.
you just switched it up. It's on you.
Well, all right.
There you
All
go.
right.
I'm concerned with myself.
All right.
first.
I personally like it on the table. I think it looks
That's what
festive.
she said. Oh!
Wow, starting 2017.
Come on, Courtney. So, what did y'all do to usher in the new year? What did you do?
Courtney, what you?
Courtney,
I
what
was
you do?
really quiet for the entire holiday, actually, which was quite pleasing. I painted, I wrote, I watched old movies and New Year's. And for New Year's, I was with friends and my godkids, and we had a whole lot of Chinese food and a whole lot
Were
of
you here?
beverages. I was actually here, yeah.
What
I
is
was in
that
LA.
about Chinese food?
What?
Like, cause didn't you do Chinese food?
So now I know who be on my gram. See?
No, it wasn't. I think you told me
I
that.
ain't tell you that.
Well, somebody
I
told me.
didn't
Somebody
tell you
else told me
that.
they were doing.
I did
they
do
were
Chinese
talking
food.
about Chinese
Oh.
food.
I did do Chinese.
Chinese
food.
So is that a
food.
thing?
I mean, with my friends.
I
kind
just
of.
get my
just like
favorites.
it.
We
Yeah.
had pizza from, damn, what's the name of that place? I cannot
Mulberry?
remember. Yes,
Yeah,
from
I love
Mulberry
Mulberry.
and
Really?
Panda. Panda.
You got
Panda
I
is
got
nasty.
I did not get panda.
That
Shout
ain't
out to
real
Golden
Chinese
Chopsticks.
food.
I was not eating no Panda
It
Express.
is gourmet Chinese food. I believe in Panda.
Panda, as in express?
Panda is
Yeah.
not delicious.
Panda, it was good.
That is
It
not
was
real
good.
Chinese food.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
Fail.
Boo.
Like y'all act like y'all
No,
going to
Panda-
Beijing to get y'all damn Chinese
You know
food.
what I'm
I have personally been to Beijing. And
Oh,
fabulous.
here
I would
we
just say.
I have not.
Shade.
But New York has great Chinese food. and
New
I
York
found
has the best. Did you ever have a real egg roll?
Oh yeah.
Everybody has great Chinese food. St. Louis has great Chinese
That's
food.
not
Detroit
really
has,
Chinese
oh, okay.
food.
It's all
though.
different. But we ain't gonna fight about Chinese food because obviously you don't know.
All right, so
You don't understand.
can y'all tell me what you did for New Year's Eve?
I had a party
fighting about
with,
Chinese
with
food.
My boys came in town from Detroit. We had a great time. Shout out to all of them, Damon, Khalid, Garland, Lee.
Garland!
I
Hey.
appreciate y'all coming out and everybody else who came. I can't shout out everybody on the show.
Cheers, you guys.
I know. Cheers
So
to a
Happy
new year.
So
All right.
I had a great house party.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
House party was the way to go. We actually went out like the day before New Year's Eve, and like we were in West Hollywood with some friends. And
How was
did
West
that.
Hollywood? What was the
The day
environment?
before New Year's Eve was great. It was wild. We were out there till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
What?
But then we came home, and then that way New Year's Eve it was kind of like chill, like everybody's in the house party kind of situation.
So what was everybody doing out until 5? Was it kind of like a block party kind of thing? Ooh, well, all right.
I don't really.
Okay,
Apparently.
what is
No, we
it?
just went dancing. and
Not with that look.
stuff.
Nah,
Well, see, because I'm.
What happened, Courtney?
We just were dancing. I was
She
like
lied.
totally innocent. To
I
do
hope that's one of her
anything.
New Year's resolutions.
It was just
is to tell the
It was
truth.
just one of those where you meet people and you chat and like people disappear and you don't know where they are. You gotta find them and like so it turned into a crazy
Ooh.
like.
So it's kind of nasty.
night.
It's kind of like freaky
I
deaky.
mean, I made it home safe and sound, unscathed by anything, but I had a great time.
You were unscathed, but were you untouched?
Was I? I was untouched. I don't know what that means.
Good question, Sheree.
Sheree.
It was West Hollywood. I was untouched,
What?
technically.
No, I ain't got nothing to say
Okay.
about the day before New Year's Eve.
That was
I
the
have
day
nothing to
before
say.
New Year's Eve.
But
and then New Year's
I'm
Eve.
beginning to
Yes.
think, is it like a thing where like the day before New Year's Eve, it's like a little more wild than New Year's Eve? 'Cause
I feel like, I mean,
That's
I
interesting.
don't know if it's a little more wild per se, but I feel like it's like people feel like it. I don't know. Shoot, it just felt like it was a little bit safer to have a good time that night.
I
than
feel
it
you
would
on
be
that.
on New Year's Eve.
I had an
Interesting.
interesting experience with a fake booty on New Year's Eve.
What does that
the day
mean?
before.
What
I was-
happened?
I was at a strip club, so I have. Well,
in LA.
yeah,
Boo.
it was at Sam's downtown. You done been good to know. Anyway, what you do, Sheree? What
I
Yeah, what did you do? What is about the
you can't entice our viewers with a strip club
And then leave
scenario
off.
and situation and then just drop the ball.
Well, I don't really care for fake derrieres or pumped up and all that type of stuff. But I saw one. I was like, I understand how other guys could like that. It's
How'd you
just
know it
not my
wasn't
thing.
real? Did you notice
I know,
particular stripper?
I know. No,
Okay.
I don't know any
can
particular
usually
stripper. I
tell they're
don't
all
frequent the
shaped
clubs
the
like
same.
that, but I could tell. I know it wasn't.
It wasn't all that,
natural.
yeah.
God
Did not make that.
But you know what? It was
Didn't create
interesting
that.
because I was watching, had it on TMZ. I think it was today or yesterday, and they had a picture of Kylie. Why are you laughing?
I haven't
Because
seen
it was
it.
probably the one that was out like all over the holiday. Like people were coming for her. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you know that's not your backside. Because it's like she had
Well-
airbrushed herself onto another body.
This was the
Oh,
one
for
in
real?
Mexico, so I don't know if these are newer pictures because I was really out of the loop in terms of TV and being connected during the New Year's holiday. But they were basically men just don't really seem to care how you got there as long as
it's
you're there.
Yeah.
Do you share in that sentiment?
No, I do not because
Do you
it-
feel like you're in the minority though? Like most dudes really don't care as long as it's there.
Well, I figured out what it is. Like when a woman bends over, it doesn't look as weird because this is the thing with the fake derrieres or pumped up. You can tell because it looks lopsided. It don't look right. They all don't look right. You can tell where it's like that don't look even. It don't look symmetrical. But once they bend over, it's like okay, you know.
I can't with you.
So I think that's what happens. When it's
just-
like
They don't care
she
as long as she bending over.
when she bend over, it's
It all
fine.
looks the same. Now.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really it. That's not my philosophy,
Yes.
but that's their philosophy.
Fair enough.
Well, does anybody want to know what I did?
Sure.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas,
Hey.
baby. And I can't say nothing because you know what they say about Vegas.
You can say.
No,
How'd you feel?
It
though?
wasn't
Tease the
wild.
viewers.
It wasn't wild. I had a nice time.
How did you feel when you got back?
Crazy heavy.
This is what she told me. I was
Like
like, what's
my,
wrong
that
with you?
mean?
my spirit was so
Like
heavy. I was just like
negative
wah, wah,
or
wah,
like
wah.
full.
No, like negative. Like
Oh.
yes, like just I'm not gonna say depressed because that wasn't it.
Damn.
Oh, that's funny.
Vegas do that.
I'm
too.
depressed and that's funny.
What was you doing in Vegas? What were you doing in Vegas?
No, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't what I did. It wasn't like I came back. We had a good time. I was with a good group of people. You know, it wasn't wild at all. It was, tame for us. And we ended up going to Hakkasan, having dinner there. And then after we went to the club and Drake performed. We had a little section, so it was nice. And then I got back to the room. It was about 3 o'clock. Went to sleep, and then the next day I had to get up because my flight was at like 10:50. But I got home and I was
a
just
rookie.
like, like
Rookie.
for me, and I
Rookie
slept
move.
all day. I got home
Like
and I
your flight's
slept.
at 10:50, girl.
all
You doing
day.
real good.
Flight, yeah. I got up and I was ready to. I'm ready to bounce.
When I go to Vegas, my flight is at 6
PM.
Yes.
Well, you know what? The late. I didn't want to come back that late. Because you got to check out of the hotel, then you got a couple hours. What do? You got all your bags. I mean, I guess you could
You go
put them in bell check. I'm trying to get home. I'm not trying to linger. I am trying to get home.
I'm trying to sleep.
But not
I'm
at
gonna
that
be out.
early.
Yeah.
But that it was like that flight was they had one earlier, that one, and then it was a big gap.
Why is your spirit heavy? What did you see? Did you meet the
I
devil?
saw a lot of drunk people.
Drunk people.
Like they was really drunk. But I can't pinpoint it. I don't know what it is. You know what? And I do believe that spiritually we can kind of draw things. You know what I mean? If you're in that environment, some of that stuff can kind of get on you.
Energy on you.
Right. So I'm saying I don't think it's not I'm good. I'm
You got some
blessed.
bad
I
juju
have
on you?
I think I got some bad juju. What did I? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad it's
How'd you
over.
get rid of it?
Girl, prayed. Prayed. Child,
She
I had
don't
to
win.
pray that off of me. I did.
I might need to go back to Vegas. If you
know.
you ain't
What
do
was
nothing,
that?
and you come back with juju on you.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good juju. Like, it wasn't good. It was, Well,
right.
okay, so what's going on current event-wise that is kind of like the thorn in your side, the craw in your, what did your grandma say? It was the craw in your flesh, the craw in your paw.
No.
What is it?
Oh my God, you just like took it out of my mouth. I'm like, it gets stuck in your craw.
It gets stuck in, what's stuck in your craw, Demetrius?
Talladega.
What's going on?
Talladega is I'm not going. You know what? I'm not going to talk crazy about the entire school of Talladega because I went to a couple HBCUs, Clark Atlanta, and as well as my alma mater, close to my heart, Tennessee State University, which will not be performing under any circumstances at Donald Trump's inauguration.
Are we talking sports right now?
No, Talladega's band will allegedly be performing at Donald Trump's
Oh, snap.
inauguration.
So you're mad at him?
Hell yeah, I'm mad at them. And I think the students who are members of the band should refuse to do it.
Okay, let me tell you what I think about
Oh, okay.
this. Because you know what, you no matter how you feel, love him, hate him, you're indifferent, this man's about to be our president.
So?
There's not a certain amount of respect
No.
that has to be
None.
given?
No, none, not at all.
Really?
No.
Oh, I don't know if I
Because when you have a
Courtney?
leader, when you have someone who is the leader, what people forget is at one time, and I'm not comparing Donald Trump to Hitler, but I'm saying at one time, Hitler was the duly elected leader of Germany. And so it's not, I don't just give my power over to people willy-nilly.
But it's an invitation. So it's not like, I feel like they should actually refuse the invitation, in my opinion, because I would refuse the invitation the same way they were talking about the Rockettes were upset because they might have to dance and then they were forcing them and whatever. To me, they should have the liberty to refuse. And if I were in the band, I would refuse. If I were the school, I would have refused unless there was a check involved, only because Black colleges need money. But I believe there's a check involved. I think it's just them sanctioning
No, they
whatever.
probably get a check, and they don't need money
they
that
get a
bad.
check?
Yeah, they probably will give them a check or something like that. But my thing is,
They travel them, but
They don't
get
need.
paid.
No one needs money that bad.
Oh,
if
yes,
you
they
need
do.
that money that bad, go out of
schools-
business.
Some people do.
HBCUs right now need that money really bad.
Let me
Like
say-
really
let me
bad.
let me say this.
So Courtney
Every
is saying-
HBCU is not
So let
struggling
me ask
like
you,
that.
if they do need the money, do you think that is a valid decision?
No, they need to tell their alumni, if you don't give us
You're not
money,
showing up.
this is the type of stuff that we may have to do. You don't do it.
Good point.
Period. They made it since 1865 without
Mm-hmm.
performing at Donald Trump's inauguration. They can do this.
Well, have they performed at other inaugurations? Is that kind of a customary thing?
Not for Talladega. I don't think they have the type of band like
Okay.
like FAMU, Jackson State, Tennessee State.
So
that
they
gets
haven't
invited
had
to
the
that.
opportunity before.
Yeah, and they claim that, well, it's a good opportunity for the. They didn't say they did it for
be
the money.
seen.
No, they said for the students to see the transition. It's a good opportunity for them to see that. I'm like, they can watch that shit on TV.
To see the
But to be
transition.
there, it's different.
Wait a minute though. What transition?
The
I'm
transition
lost.
of power, the actual
Oh,
like
gotcha.
ceremonies
Whatever.
around the inauguration, and I mean,
Gotcha.
Whatever. I think the students should take it upon. This is also a good opportunity for the students to understand what it means to say no to power.
yeah.
And speak truth to power and say, I'm not doing it. When I was in college, I did a bunch of shit that I knew I might get kicked out for. And I'm talking about real radical stuff. And I did it because it was the right thing to do.
Gotcha.
So they should do it.
I agree with you know what I mean, doing the right thing. I personally think the right thing is about showing respect to whoever is in, you know, a position of power or whoever is appointed as our leader. That doesn't mean that they have to accept the invitation. That is not
that's
what
my
I'm
thing.
saying. That is not what I'm saying. But the man's about to be our president. Shoot.
Okay.
What's in your crawl?
In my, I don't have anything because I decided for 2017 that I can't be fazed by none of the bullshit.
So you
And
just go.
I'm
drink up. That's
actively,
gonna help. This gonna
actively, because there was a lot of shit in 2016, and like I am making a concerted effort every single day to not be fazed by the bullshit because
That-
it's so much all the time everywhere.
That's interesting. Okay, let's get into our main topic. We're going to discuss the hope of a new year. You know, out with the old, in with the new, and how ushering in of a new year can really bring us a sense of newfound hope for our future and the belief that we can be who we've always wanted to be, to do what we've always wanted to do. However, the other side of that is having a heaviness. That's not where my heaviness came from. Or possibly it is. Maybe I just haven't really gone deep enough. Or a sense of failure and disappointment for falling short on last year's goals and plans. So where does that leave us? Are we afraid to strive, to hope, or to challenge ourselves? Should we just go with the flow so that we can avoid being disappointed? Or should we have resolutions? Should we set goals? What is your take? Now, this is what I want to ask you, because we're going to explore all of that. I know that was a lot. You said, so you've already made decisions to do things differently this year. Do you have last year disillusions? You know, things that you strive to do and realize that, you know what, maybe this was a little outside of my capacity, my comfort zone. You know, maybe I aim for something that really isn't important for me. Like, where are you with that?
I felt like, for me at least, 2016 was a year of my energy being spread way too much amongst way too many things, way too many people, way too much stuff that wasn't necessarily for the benefit of me or what I wanted in my life.
What
at the
does that
time.
look like, though? Were you saying yes to everything?
I was
Were
saying
you
yes
doing
to
too
shit.
much?
I was doing too much. I was going through, obviously, we talked about before, I went through a breakup earlier in the year that has been an energy drain because it's a whole
Yes.
process and all of that. So I feel like I was sort of like dealing with that and like dealing with how friends and family and all of that sort of fits in, and how I'm shifting and what I'm doing in life going forward,
Yeah.
and people's judgment about that, and like what that's they got to say about this and whatever. So I just feel like I felt very spread out. Like my energy wasn't centered the way that I needed to be, and what I need to be
Yes.
doing, and focused on what I needed to be doing to propel myself forward. And at that point, it was also sort of figuring out what going forward means now, because
Yeah.
it means something different. So that was sort of where I was at with 2016, which is why it was draining, and like
Yeah.
I just don't even like know what to do. Like great
Yes.
things happened. I don't feel like it was like a bullshit year like at
Yeah.
all. But
Have you had bullshit years?
no, I've never had a bullshit year. There's always great things happening and
Yeah.
positive things happening, and it's important to like remember that and keep those. But then there's the horrible shit that happened can overshadow all of that,
Yeah.
and part of also not letting what was horrible.
And that's perspective too.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it really depends on what you choose to focus on.
You ever had a bullshit year?
Define that.
It was just a bust, like
No, I need you to
does that
define what
mean?
that is
Probably
specifically.
should, I would think, but she said it, so that's why I looked at you.
Oh.
What's a bullshit year? Like,
I mean, I
it's
would
like
assume
a whack ass year.
just a whack,
this is-
like. But I can't imagine that ever exists for anybody, because
But
if you
that's
really,
what I'm saying.
I had
like,
one
what's-
whack ass year.
like the whole year, you just it was a wash.
It was a couple. It was a month or something like that. That was like okay, but I remember might have been my ooh. It was. I know I was at TSU. I was like, and I look back. I was like, man, that was a whack ass year right there.
What made it whack though?
I just wasn't feeling it.
So let me ask you this. So when you realized it was whack, when was that? Was that like entering into a new year and like assessing what was behind you?
When everything after I had gotten out of the year and things had started to change the way I wanted them to change, then I kind of recognized it was about a whack 6-7 months. Where I was like, this is whack.
Let me ask you this. What won't you carry into this year from last year?
Probably. I don't mean to sound. Well, I'm good. There's nothing from last year that I would not carry into this year. If anything, I'll just intensify it.
Okay.
Including my dislike for Donald Trump. So. I was saying,
Pray
look,
for
I was saying to
Demetrius,
myself,
y'all.
I was like, you know what? I need to be more kind to those who deserve the kindness.
Like me.
Right. And I need to be more mean to those that deserve the meanness. That's
Like
really
Courtney.
what.
No.
I deserve the meanness.
No.
You're so sweet, Courtney. You're so sweet.
See, I'm sweet. I wouldn't cut nobody.
You're so sweet. All right. So
What about you? What you not gonna
I
bring?
know what you not.
Sheree
carrying
seems like she
over.
got a lot of stuff that
I
she
know.
want to say, but
no, because you know
let
what
it
it
out.
is? I am just in a place where I think that God is really pruning my life.
Mm-hmm.
So cutting different things out, because you know you can be busy and not be productive.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I have the propensity, I'm inclined to just, you know how many steps a day I take according to my Fitbit?
How many?
Ridiculous. Without working out, I'm like at 8,000 steps. I ain't worked out. I mean, I'm always constantly,
You doing 8,000 steps?
and don't sleep. My sleep pattern is horrible.
Your ass be-
Because my mind is going.
Do you?
going.
Oh, never mind.
What was you gonna say, Demetrius?
You be eating. You have to be. You doing
what?
8? I don't know. 8,000 steps.
8,000 steps.
That's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of daggone steps.
Without
which is
working
why,
out, it is.
Let me tell you, and
Especially
that's
living
probably,
in LA where we don't walk nowhere.
That's probably because you don't have the stairs and everything. I'm constantly moving. I'm in the house. I'm upstairs. I'm
Let
downstairs.
me see your Fitbit. Is it by Fitbit?
It's not my Fitbit.
All right.
Oh my God.
You got off-brand that's
Only because
miscalculating.
every now and again, Sheree will be like, "Oh my
Okay.
God,
I
I
am
need to
at-
work out. I need to do
And
this."
understand, I had this.
Well, if you're doing that, you don't need to work out.
I woke up. I took this off and charged it. I'm at 3,840 steps right now.
Did you cut it off when you drove over here? Or did you cut
No.
it up?
No, I didn't cut it off. But I don't think counts as a step. But but I'm telling you, as much as I eat and don't work out, do you know how big I would be if I wasn't taking all them steps?
That's true.
If I wasn't moving so much. But so what I want to do is I want to be more intentional.
Yes.
That is my that is my key word. Instead of a resolution, and we're going to get into that, my thing is to be more intentional about the things that I do.
Okay.
You know, because I'm a creative spirit, so I like to kind of go with the flow, which is good. You know, it's good not to overplan everything, but at the same time, I mean, have a direction,
Right.
have, you know, like an end goal or something. So, speaking of that, let's get into resolutions, because so many people do that. They sit down, they make their list. Did y'all make a list? Do you believe in resolutions? Do you believe in...
Normally I don't, but I have one.
What is it?
I'm gonna stop liking pictures on Instagram where girls are taping themselves and they're
Are they
just
working
doing
out?
They ain't doing shit.
Oh,
they
they
just
just-
doing this. Like, I'm so pretty, and then they had that damn flower filter on,
Oh,
and they
you-
don't. Let me say this.
So
Stop doing that. I'm sick of that shit,
you
man.
going on? You know what you're doing? You
What?
going on a Kardashian fast. I love it.
It ain't just them. It's just regular chicks, and they look all right. But you ain't the only bagger. It's like they're looking, and it's like they're so amazed by how pretty they are. And they just, I was like, man, I'm gonna stop liking it, because I'll give somebody a courtesy like, because they support me. I'm gonna stop liking it.
Have I ever
and
done
I'm gonna
that?
follow their ass. If you have, I'm gonna look back and see. Have you?
I don't. You know something?
Say something. Don't just
You know
hold
what?
the damn phone and just do like this.
Oh, I don't think I ever don't say anything. But sometimes, I'm feeling a little cute.
Then you better figure out a way
Oh,
to
but I'm
display
always
that.
exactly. But it's never just.
So that's
crimping
one of
and
my
down.
resolutions.
Do you do that, Courtney?
I'm so dead right now.
You do that?
No,
But you know people who
I
don't.
don't. Yeah, I know, but I'm not a selfie. Like, I don't. You don't see my page. I don't have that many selfies. The sad part though is that when people do that, that's when you get the most likes. When I post
Yes.
selfies, is when you get
But
the most likes.
no, there's a
I'll post like
difference.
some intense like comment about something,
Courtney,
and like people are like,
Courtney,
"Meh."
there is a difference between taking a picture
Yeah.
of yourself, and for those, I see some women, they got, and dudes, where they just got walls and walls of pictures of
It's
themselves.
much.
No,
It's
I'm not
much.
talking about that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
film, where they have, and they're just doing like this, looking in the
Like
camera.
what, Snapchat? Or
What
like
about
what?
singing?
Like, that's what
Huh?
happens.
What about like taping yourself singing? Just singing.
Can
to
you
a song.
sing?
No. Not like lip syncing, basically.
Is it a really good song?
Oh Lord,
Is
it's
it
too
a really
much.
good song? Is it a really good
I
song?
don't know. That's what
Because-
you exactly.
Then no, cut that shit out.
You love the song. It's your favorite
It's
song.
my favorite song.
How about we all spend too much time on Instagram?
No,
and
no, we
Snapchat?
don't. No, we don't.
We
No,
do.
we don't. I just
We
want that to
do.
stop. What else do I want to stop on Instagram?
What do you want to stop? Yeah, that's a good question. What do you want to stop in 2017?
Like for
What are you tired of from
Wow.
2016 that you don't even want to see or hear about? Don't say Trump. Anything outside of Trump in
outside of
2000,
Trump
because you're
town.
going to see him, hear him, all that.
And the whole video and yourself showing
So
how
what?
pretty.
What is it?
Pretty
What are
Hurts
you
video.
tired of?
I'm gonna call them Pretty Hurts videos. I don't want to see
Pretty
no more
Hurts.
Pretty Hurts videos. Okay, so
Courtney, what are you tired of?
yeah, go
I'm
Courtney.
trying
I got to think
of
about
something.
this.
I don't really have anything that I'm like I
I
cannot
do.
take. Well, no.
What you
Maybe
got?
give me a minute. You go.
I swear to God, I am praying and fasting for this beard movement to end.
What beard
I
movement?
love beards.
Okay.
I love beards. Really?
Okay, let me tell you. I like bushy beard.
It's the lumberjack movement.
Listen, unless you selling paper towels,
You
don't.
You don't want
Or
to
you
look
giving out
good?
Christmas presents, don't do it. No, it's too much. It's too
more
much.
beards.
Not the bushy ones. I love a man with a beard that's, like,
So you want it close to the face?
yeah, close to the face.
But you don't want a bushy beard.
No.
Has somebody ever kissed you with a bushy beard?
Hell to the no.
Did they try?
Hell to the no.
Should they try?
Hell to the
All
no.
men with
She
bushy
like,
bears.
come
Sheree
just
has
take
never
over.
been
Just
kissed
find
by
her on the street,
a bushy
y'all, and just
beard
grab
man.
her.
Y'all need to come
And grab her.
I don't,
Yep, just come and
listen,
grab her.
I don't like excess hair on a man anywhere. Like a little bit of hair. Don't shave it all off. You know what I'm saying? Like I like manscaping, but like don't take it all off. That's not cute.
So you,
You,
all right.
Wow.
Okay.
how did?
I know. Don't
how
blame
did this-
Demetrius. Don't blame
How did
Demetrius.
this show turn into
Manscaping.
this show?
But okay, this
Well,
is the
if
reason.
y'all have a beard, I like it.
But you like
as long as it's
bushy?
combed out. Like I kind of think it's cute when it's a little bit like crazy. I don't want to like.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to be a
I like
hypocrite.
when it's like out.
Listen, I'm about to be a hypocrite.
Don't say what I think you're about to say. Don't say what you're about to say.
I don't think you know what I'm about to say.
I know what you're about to say.
What do you think I'm about to say?
Something nasty.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay,
not.
go ahead.
In Vegas,
Grab a
there was this brother.
made out with a beard.
No, I did not make out with anybody. There was this brother who had the long, but it was long, but it wasn't. No.
It's groomed.
I don't like this. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind
we
a
don't
little
want it
bit.
like-
Yeah, but that's kind of what the look is. It was like this, and the Joker had gold bottom teeth,
Damn.
and he was dressed to the nines.
Gold teeth and the beard work for y'all.
You like them?
That did something to me. Listen. But I don't know. I was like, but it worked.
Yay, beards.
It worked.
Keep up
He
the good
had
work,
on a
guys.
Yves Saint Laurent. It worked. Whoever I can't remember your name, but it worked. That's all I'm saying. Okay, next. Come on, Demetrius. It's hot in here. It's hot.
It's hot because you don't start thinking about that dude that you was looking at in Vegas with the beard.
He had a girlfriend, so
She
I was
wanted to
very.
grab
I
that
was very
beard,
respectful.
bring it close to
I
her
don't play
face.
that. I'm
Was
very
she pretty?
respectful. She was cute.
Okay.
She was cute. Yeah, but it don't matter.
I didn't suggest that.
No,
it did.
no,
I
but
was just
I'm
curious.
I'm not saying
Did they
you
look like
are.
a cute couple?
I'm telling. We'd have been a cuter couple. I'm just saying. However, that was who he chose. That was his
That's
chick. I
who he
think that was his chick. I got the sense.
we
They
don't
might
even
not have been a
know.
couple. I don't know, but I got the sense, and I was like, let me fall back.
You should have
on the brother.
asked.
You should have asked, girl. You
gold
could have played in
teeth.
that beard.
Anyway, girl, you silly.
Look, you about to start laughing. Your lip
No.
quivering.
Listen, we gotta move on. I don't know. We have regressed, Lord have
Okay.
mercy. We have
Okay.
regressed.
Oh, let me say one thing. But the reason I don't make resolutions typically is that what I'll do is like, especially in December, it's like if I see something that needs to be changed, I just start changing it because I feel like I don't want to wait until the new year to start
Gotcha.
doing something.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people think, okay, I think at some point during the year you give up and you're like, I'll just do this next year.
Yeah.
When do you think that is? Is that kind of like the middle of the year? Is that a couple months in?
In California, it started raining in December in ways that I wasn't okay with. So I just kind of was like, I don't need to go outside and run. So
Yeah.
like I kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Even though like 2016 was actually a great workout year, sort of like that end of the year.
Yes.
But then I just kind of
Don't you do that? I do that every year. Though. I
Yeah.
know come November, it's about to get real bad for me up until the end.
You're talking about like working out or
Yeah.
eating right? Yeah.
But I'm like
It's holiday
consciously
season.
trying to like not
Yes.
do that. At least like because I know I'm gonna eat differently. Like because it's the one time of year that I believe you should indulge and enjoy you
like how
with
you
family
put
and
that,
friends,
eat
whatever.
differently.
You know, I eat differently,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I would like to compensate and not also fall off the workout train as much as I do.
Oh, I see what you're
You
saying.
know what I'm saying? So I didn't successfully do that, but you know.
That's put up the resolutions, the common ones that people go for. Like every year,
I'm
it's
gonna get skinny.
lose weight. That's number one. Well, I don't know if that's number one or if that's just number one on this list, but that's high up there. Lose weight, exercise, drink more water. If you smoke,
Quit
no
smoking.
quit smoking. But those top two, well, actually the three, I say that, all the time. Like I'm gonna lose a little weight. I'm gonna exercise more. I'm gonna drink more water. And then I just got to a point where it's like, you know what? I think that my priority is being comfortable. And that has to change. You know what I mean? There's no growth in being comfortable. You have to allow yourself to be a little uncomfortable, to have some discomfort before you can. So I don't even do resolutions anymore because I don't like the disappointment.
But you used to, huh?
Used to what?
Do resolutions.
I did.
You seem like you used to have a
Yeah,
list.
I'm like,
Like you make a
no, but not a
full
list.
list.
No, let me tell you what I just started doing was making lists. Again, that goes back to my word. One word is being intentional. And I want to get your words too
Yes.
for this year. Like being intentional. Last year was the first year that I sat down and actually made a list of goals. And I've yet to do that for this year. I'm going to do that. And I'll tell you, it was really amazing. you know, and the word, the Bible talks about, you know, making it plain. And sometimes I said, so let me make it plain. Let me really try to, you know, be strategic and manifest this stuff. And I'll tell you, I achieved 70% of what I put down on that paper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that to me was very rewarding and fulfilling. I didn't have to achieve 100% of what I set out, but I achieved 70, and like
And
I'm like,
really
that's
good.
pretty.
I
That's
do
pretty
that.
doggone good.
No, I
Yes.
do come up with goals of
Yes.
what I'm trying to
Have you
accomplish
done that
and-
yet?
Like write it down?
Yes.
Or for this year?
For this year.
I did some of them for this year, but they're compartmentalized depending on different
Yes.
areas of my life, though.
Exactly.
So I did
Yes.
some.
There are some people that, okay, what was that? Let me read that saying. What was the saying? You guys, the quote.
Oh, about he who expects nothing?
Yes, the quote is, "Blessed is he who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed." And that's by Alexander Pope. What are your thoughts on that quote?
That was real deep. Because I can kind of fall into that often, actually. Because I'm like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Let it happen. But I took the Myers-Briggs test, and I'm like completely split down the middle. So like, I'm like,
you?
my brain is both sides. So like, part of me is like, would see that and be like, yeah, exactly. Like, go with the flow. What's gonna be is gonna be. You ain't expecting nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing. It won't be bad. But if it's great, it's great. If it's not, it's not. So there's a huge part of me that is that. But there's also a huge part of me that sits down and writes goals and writes out
Yes.
objectives and what I'm gonna do. So those are sort of always battling back and forth
Yes.
all the time. But
That's
I found that
if
fascinating.
you fail to plan, then you plan
To fail. So it's like, which one?
what does that mean to you?
When I look at it, I see it as a thing of I don't expect anything. I expect to just go through the process. Like, what is it in Karate Kid? Mr. Miyagi says to Daniel, don't expect to win or lose, just expect to fight. I just expect to fight, and I don't worry about winning or losing.
Gotcha. I like that. You know what? When I read it, I was like, well, you gotta expect. That's what hope is. Hope is confident expectation. How do you not expect? But then I said, blessed. When I read it again, blessed is he who expects nothing. I really think that speaks of a sense of entitlement. When you think that the world owes you something or people owe you something, and it has to work out a certain way. If I do X, Y, Z, then you need to do, you know, A, B, C. I think that's kind of what that speaks of, and I think if you go into the year with that level of expectation, because really the world doesn't owe you anything.
Well, that was one reason that the study showed that people in Denmark were so happy, or some of the happiest people in the world,
Yes.
because they did not have very high expectations.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that they expected to die tomorrow. It's
Exactly.
Just
They're not like, I
Yeah.
need to be the richest person in the world or
Yes.
have every shoe in the book and like all of that. So.
And that's a good point, because some of our expectations, what leads to the disappointment is the fact that they're unrealistic.
Yeah, but I agree. And this is the town of unrealistic
We have a lot of,
expectations.
we're disillusioned. And like, you know, if okay, here's the thing. If you've never exercised in your life, don't say you want to run a marathon this year. Like, you know what I'm
But see,
saying?
that's also hard because at the same time,
You are setting yourself up to fail.
some people are, but not everybody. Because some people need like a monumental thing to achieve. Like, I'm one of those people that like, if I'm not a runner, okay, I'm never gonna run a marathon. But if you wanted me to get to a place where I could run a marathon, like I would have to have like some crazy ass, like I gotta compete against this number in this time for this marathon, which may seem insane at that point, but if I have a powerful enough, strong enough weight, which may seem completely out of reach, some people are people that I will prove to you that I will get to that. So like, I feel like for some people,
Demetrius is laughing. Why are you
that's
laughing, Demetrius?
necessary.
Because
What
that's
you
some
thinking,
crazy
Demetrius?
shit, man.
But some people have to mind fuck themselves. Like,
Crazy.
everybody's mind works differently, and sometimes you need a good mind fuck to make you believe that you can achieve some things that you, in your own person as you are right now, could never see yourself maybe getting there. But if you have the right sort of crazy thought that could possibly get you there. Like, it propels them.
So sum up your philosophy for this year. What is it?
My philosophy for this year is to just be more of who I am every single day and enjoy life and stop stressing and worrying about all the bullshit. And I keep saying bullshit because there's been a lot of bullshit. So, like, for me, it's just keep moving. I'm still in that space. Like, stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is gonna happen. And I'm one of those people that, like, on election day, I got shifted. My entire being got shifted. Like, it was like, and I have faith. I believe in God. I also believe in evil people. So I know the capabilities of what he can do, but I can't stay in that. So my goal is to just dust it off. I got to keep moving forward. In
there's a
whatever
surrender
way it is.
to the stuff that you
surrender
can't
to it because
control.
I can't control none of that.
Yeah, there's
as
a
much
surrender
as I would like to.
To the stuff. So one word for you, like what's your one word?
I gotta do. It's one word.
Oh no, you don't have to limit it to one word. So what is like your philosophy for going into this year?
For 2017.
Yes.
Fuck 'em.
2 words.
It's gonna be mine. I promise you. Before I do a lot of stuff, I'm gonna consider the
What
rest.
does
And I'm
that
gonna be
mean?
like, fuck 'em. Let's do
Because
it.
let me tell you,
Does that feel negative though?
No, it doesn't.
It's positive.
It kind of seems, to a degree, necessary.
Yeah. I did not expect you to say that.
To a degree necessary. But I've known you for a little bit now, and it kind of seemed like that was your philosophy for 2016.
So it ain't nothing new. You feel like you was doing it right all along, so you did.
Yes.
I will say this. There is something that I am dealing with that I believe that a lot of people seem to believe in fate, and I don't believe in fate.
What do you believe in?
I believe more so in free will and luck.
Okay, so what's the difference between fate and luck?
Okay.
Because free will is just just to choose. So you think we have let me shut up and let you talk.
No, I like your question because you're helping to explain this, without me having to rack my brain to like, okay, let me explain this. But I think when it comes to fate means that something is destined to happen regardless to what you do. Luck, on the other hand, is by happenstance. It's a chance. It could happen, could not happen. It just happens to happen. It's a freak thing. So I don't believe that things are destined. I think that things happen as a result of people doing certain things, and periodically that which has a very low probability of happening just happens. But that's why that probability is there. But I don't think it's fated to happen. It just happens.
Interesting. What do you think, Miss Courtney? Because that's a really interesting
Yes, these are questions that can't be like,
subject.
for me at least, wrapped up
Yes.
tightly and put in a box. Because I sort of I don't necessarily believe in luck, because I believe in a universe that has been sort of placed here, and we're all placed here, and I think we're all here for a reason, and all of that jazz.
Yes.
Like, so I can't necessarily believe that luck exists if I'm here for a reason, because my reason isn't luck. I'm
with you.
So I just, I don't know whether or not we find the reason, figure out the reason. I feel like that's sort of the journey of life, and that's what we're supposed to do.
the process.
A combination, because
That's what I mean. Maybe it's
because
a
some people
combination.
think that everything is meant to be. Like this touch
I don't
is meant
think
to be,
everything
and it's
is meant to
not.
be. I
You
think-
know what though? Luck to me speaks to a surprise, like a surprise blessing. Something just like I have a hard time with luck because I believe that there is a God who's omniscient, who's all knowing. So how you just gonna get lucky?
But why not?
Well, why not? No, I mean, like if God is all knowing, then He knows. So things have been put in place.
But
You
then
understand?
is it not luck to him, but it's luck to us? Like,
Well, I guess it's the way you look. Right. It can be semantics, but I don't think it is by the way you're describing it.
Because, okay, I'll give you an example. It's this show called DC Legends of Tomorrow, and they travel through time. Okay, and sometimes they'll say, okay, this person is not essential to the timeline, and that you can pull them out of existence and it won't affect anything.
Oh no.
And so I think like, okay,
You think you could?
yeah, I think there's certain people you can pull out, won't affect anything.
I don't think so
I
at
don't
all.
think that.
I think the story has been told. We're in this elusive thing called time.
Then if that's the case, then there would be no free will.
That's not true.
How could there be? Because I'm destined to
Because
sit right here,
but there
whether
are
I
many
want to or not.
paths to the same destination, so to speak. So, like
okay,
for me, like to
okay.
say you can take somebody out and they won't
Yes.
affect anything. Maybe they don't affect that path, but they may affect all the 65 million other paths that are
do
in
they-
existence.
It's like your GPS. When you put in a destination, right? It doesn't matter what you do. You have free will. You don't have to follow. You can make a left when it says make a right. But what it'll do is it'll keep giving you the opportunity to get back on track. And I kind of think that's the way God does with us. But I also think that at the end of the day, or at the end of all of this thing we call life, God's purpose will prevail, whatever that is. And I think sometimes that we can forfeit the opportunities that he has placed before us. I really do. I think we can forfeit. I don't think, okay, I think I'm predestined.
Okay, so because then
But I
if
don't
that's
know
the
what
case,
I'm-
at that point, then
That's
we're
why you
saying the
tried.
same thing.
Okay.
Because then nothing is destined to happen. Nothing is
But
fated.
it is destined to happen. We just
Not if I can forfeit. I can't forfeit it.
But then that's your that's your destination.
To
then you're
forfeit?
destined. Yes. The thing is, he gives it to you. You pass on it. He gives it to me. I don't do with it what I'm supposed to do, and it goes to Courtney. And it was always destined that way. Because based on what he knows,
But see, if it was
But it's
always
tricky.
destined that way, then I never really. That's not a real choice.
it is a choice.
No, it's not really.
Because based on what
It's
God
not-
knows you're gonna do, like he sets, and it's tricky. Now we're getting into a very theological.
I enjoy. Hey, I told you it's
Conversation.
not
I was
an
like, it's a
easy.
deeper
Yeah.
conversation.
So I
that
want
we
to
can
think
do in the
about this
next
because
2
I had a
minutes.
discussion over Christmas about this, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, no, some things are just dumb luck. It just happened.
Well, I don't believe in luck, but I'm gonna tell you the luckiest person I know is Will Smith. When I tell you, I'm like, really, dude? Really? Like lucky. I don't believe in luck, but if I did,
Now,
it is.
now I'm saying this,
Yeah.
like some people define luck as preparation meeting opportunity, and you have to put yourself in the position to be lucky.
Yes.
It's like I can't sit right here and let's say I want to be a rapper. I can't sit right here and think, okay, next thing you know, Jay-Z's gonna knock on the door.
but how was that
and-
lucky when I prepared?
Paired.
Because many
not
people
lucky.
No, because many people prepare.
Lucky
and
to me is a fluke.
Well,
Right.
but you said preparation meeting opportunity.
Opportunity.
So some people would say that the preparation is what you do as man. The opportunity is the divine,
Right.
And that is
Some people would say that.
not
That,
love.
yeah.
I would not say that. I would say you prepare. You like say for people who come to Los Angeles, they prepare, they come to Los Angeles, they put themselves in the position to get discovered. And they do
Yes.
all the things that they're supposed to do. But some people who I've seen, very talented, do everything they're supposed to do,
Yeah.
it just don't happen. Why? Unlucky.
Wasn't
Just
destined.
happen.
But did the
One
opportunity not
destined.
show up? Or was the
Sometimes-
preparation not to the full?
No,
Listen.
sometimes the
extent?
opportunity just does not show up. And for some people, they get the opportunity, they don't deserve it, take advantage of it, or they just happen to be
But
there.
how do you
Right place,
determine
right
who
time.
deserves the opportunity? Because you don't know really what everybody's walk actually is.
But don't you kind of
See, this
sometimes
is
know
why-
when somebody should not have that, but they got it? I've heard people sing songs where I'm like, she shouldn't have that song. That song should have went to such and such. But she knew this person and happened to get it.
Well, but that was your finite logic trying to figure that out. There's no there's no credence to the fact that that's really what happened.
But it was a song on Spike Lee's soundtrack one time. Spike Lee said it. And this guy sung it because Spike could not get Stevie Wonder. That Stevie Wonder really should have sung this song. You
No,
can
he
hear
shouldn't
it. You can hear it. This should be Stevie.
But
Just
how
didn't
do you
happen.
know that that wasn't cosmically planned, that Stevie wasn't available, didn't want to do it, whatever, so that this other guy
Well,
would
he couldn't
have his
afford Stevie.
opportunities?
He couldn't afford
See,
Stevie.
but
Well, there you go.
But
So
you know
that's-
what I think?
that's
I
not
think
luck, though.
That philosophy.
It was lucky that you couldn't afford Stevie.
I think that philosophy that you have leads to regrets. I think it leads to people just being depressed. I should have, and if I could have, and I was supposed to. No, I think all things work together for the good.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What do you think, how do you think it makes a person to feel if they move to Los Angeles? They do everything they're supposed to do.
Yes.
And God does not reward them.
Let me
That
say
fate
this. I'm gonna
cheats
give
them.
you.
That
I'm
is fate. That's gonna make them
I'm
depressed
gonna
too.
give you a real example.
Okay, I'm listening.
When my mom got ill, this was in 2008. She had just turned 60. she knew something was wrong. She said she kept having these back problems and was having cortisone shots. So she basically checked herself into the hospital, Cedars. 3 days after she was there, we found out she had stage 4 cancer. What I did, because this is, I stand on the word of God, I believed, and I did not waver in that belief that she was going to be healed. I did everything as a Christian and as a believer that I was supposed to do. I believed, I didn't waver, I spoke life over her, I prayed for her, we laid hands on her, and God took her in 28 days. I was faced with, what am I going to make that mean? Does my faith not work? Or at the end of the day, is God just God? And I need to do what I'm supposed to do. And I did. And I had so much peace with that. I had peace with the fact that I know that I did exactly what I was supposed to do, but he saw fit to be God. So there's a surrender in that. There's a peace in that. Do you understand?
I understand what you mean, and I get that, but I think it's different for someone who dedicates their life to something to not receive it.
But you have to
that's
determine.
not what it's supposed to
That's
be.
the thing. Like,
that's
I feel
what
like
I'm saying.
you don't always, like, just because you've dedicated yourself to something,
Yes.
that's your free will, that's your choice. That doesn't necessarily mean you were in alignment with what was planned for you. If
Exactly.
you are in that sort
But
of
he
belief
doesn't
space.
believe in being
But-
predestined, and
but-
that's where the disconnect from our conversation is. I do
Right.
believe if you are meant, if God has assigned you, and I believe that everybody has a purpose and a calling and an assignment. If your assignment, if your calling in this life is to teach kindergarten, you're not going to prosper as an actress or an actor. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen to the degree that you will ever be satisfied.
And if you desire, because we talked about this before, like being an actor versus being a celebrity and all of that, like you may very well be meeting that desire in your heart that you need to do to be an actor, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make your living as an actor.
That's right.
You don't stop being a creative, you don't stop being an actor just because your profession is to be a
Yes.
dentist. Like, you can still do plays on the weekend
right.
and all of that. Like, you can
Right.
still live in that space and experience that space, but I feel like the world system has us set up to believe a lot of things,
Yes.
like you were saying before, we're in Hollywood and everybody has all these like supreme dreams. The same way that
Yes.
in the masters of industry, everybody ain't a master of industry. Everybody ain't gonna be at the top of Hollywood. Like, and
Yes.
so some actors, I would say, have to accept that you may want to be an actor, you may be an actor, but you may not be an actor in the way that you think
Yeah.
is
Well,
the way to
amen.
be an
Where's my
actor.
pie? You need an offering, child. I'm gonna give you like
I don't need no offering.
$1 and a quarter.
I just believe in that, there's luck. I
You
don't
know
think
there's
it's
some luck.
destiny.
And you know what? And you have free will. You can believe in that, and we love you and we respect you
Thank
for those beliefs. Praise God. God loves you. We love you.
I know God loves
I
me.
just know you better start telling the truth in 2017.
I'm telling the truth right now. You better leave me the hell alone, Sheree. Get back to that damn paper.
That was an inside joke, y'all. I'm sorry. That was an inside joke. Okay, so wait a minute. Let's get on to our Halo Award. I think we got to what? How much more time do we have? We're having a good
said
time.
wind it
This was
down.
good. Well, what does wind it down mean? How much time do we have?
Give
We
her a
need
countdown.
3
There we go.
minutes.
You
Lord
got
Jesus.
3
Okay,
minutes.
3 minutes. Let's do a Halo Award. Okay, I'll do it.
I know what you gonna do. I'm not on board with this,
You're not on
but
board with celebrating Janet Jackson,
No.
who had a baby
Oh,
at 50?
wow.
I'm on. I think we should Halo
East
award the
Side.
baby that made it out and is healthy and is good, and praise the Lord for that, because Janet, girl, that's deep.
What's wrong with you? Okay, what am I missing?
Do you want baby right now?
I don't. I don't.
I just,
But she does. I mean, and the fact is,
Does
here's
she?
what
I never
happens.
heard
You know what we're
Happy
bombarded
for her.
with in this life, in this city, in this industry, is the fact that when we're certain, you can't do X, Y, Z because you're too old. And she was like, you know what? What's your motto? Your 2-word motto for this year? Your 2-word philosophy?
Fuck 'em.
That's what Jana said. I'm having me a baby, and she did, baby boy. So Halo Award to her.
Halo Award to Janet Jackson.
Yes,
Girl,
and her
yeah.
husband.
For the miracle birth that's only happened 609 and about 6 billion other
Billion other
times.
times.
So amazing.
Demetrius,
girl.
I'm not saying Demetrius is going to spend eternity in hell. But he going to be there for a weekend, at least a
You
weekend.
gonna hang out.
Okay, we got to close.
They don't send me to hell.
Just for a
I'm
weekend.
not.
Just
You're
for a
not going
Saturday
to
and a
hell.
Sunday.
You just might look.
From Saturday? No, that's good heaven day.
Please.
They're going to be
Oh, what, you want to
partying.
go Monday and Tuesday?
You're not gonna be partying in hell. You're gonna be melting.
No, I'm saying she's sending me to hell on Saturday and Sunday. That's where the party is.
You
That's
you
the
going to be in
Jewish
hell on a
Sabbath.
Monday and Tuesday looking for luck.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh.
Ooh,
You better- you know
okay,
what?
start rapping,
I
please.
might be at the gate.
Sheree, Courtney.
Won't that be a mess? The pearly gates, and
Stacey!
if Demetrius like, hey y'all, I don't see your name on the
No,
list.
boo. No, luck.
Hey, you
ain't
behind her.
You ain't
Yeah,
you
come
ain't
on,
lucky,
sir.
boo. You
Come
ain't
on.
lucky.
What's your name?
Lord have mercy. Courtney, we got to sum this thing up. What are your closing thoughts for our audience and listeners to propel them, to encourage them in the new year of 2017?
Okay.
What you got?
For those of y'all in America, I would say take a look at how the committee got shut down about the whole ethics thing, and that our words and our thoughts and our opinions do matter, and don't give up just because Trump is in office. Get louder. That's what I have to say. I'm done.
All right.
That was good. Go ahead, Demetrius. What you got?
I said,
No, but you
fuck
got
'em.
Oh, Lord.
I'm really
okay,
mean that.
so okay,
really
so
means
that's
it.
that's
I'm about to double down on that.
Lord have
like
mercy.
if that's how I was in
Double
2016.
It's gonna be like,
Oh my God, I'm so believe.
So you
fuck 'em
F
now.
him squared.
Fuck them.
Evan squared.
I'm about to live my life. I told
Yes,
you like
true.
Emily Gilmore from Gilmore Girls, combined with
What I
Ice
want
Cube.
when I want it.
I can't
And
with
when I
him.
don't, get out of
I
my
can't
way.
with him. Well, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that you can't change what has already happened. You can't. I think we have to make peace with our past. Continue to hope, though. Don't have an expectation to the degree that you feel entitled. But I think we need to hope, and I think we need to strive. And that's really it. And we're just believing the best for you and your family in 2017. And we really thank you for joining us and watching. God bless y'all. Yes!
I feel good.
Even.
I feel good.
I ain't toasting you.
He
Don't call
does,
me a heathen.
he does.
I'm not toasting on that.
Technically, doesn't that qualify?
What?
Definition of a heathen? Like,
That I believe in God.
No, you don't. What God you
No.
serve? What God you serve? Like, what's that you claim? What God you serve?
I'm just not religious.
I'm not religious. Say what? You think I'm religious?
Oh.
What makes me religious?
Kind of.
Oh, this the show for next week.
Oh.
This the show
We
for
still
next week,
on?
dog. We better not be.
We still on.
We're taping this?
Still on. Please wrap out. Fuck 'em.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.